think I'm really good at math since like my mom is also good at math, and like cuz like when she was little she had a lot of sicknesses, so that cut her off from like graduating with her own peers. Well, she didn't really graduate it, so she was really sick, and then she went to go help her dad to do her business, like family business. So she helped him, and before that we didn't had much money, and then she did it and she understood the whole thing about like how it works and how much money you have to give to the companies and get the clothes in. So she kind of like got the math thing in there, so that's how she kind of learned it, and I was really like impressed by how she does that, and I kind of like got it from my mom, I think. And like government is challenging because like it doesn't really stay the same. I was born in India, so I had to learn some different history there than in America. I learned about my own country and how it was like taken away from us by Chinese governments, how we like couldn't do anything about it because they kind of like forced us to sign the papers and all that stuff, and we had to run away and find a refugee from India, so we kind of lived there. It's kind of really scary for my grandparents because they were the ones who see things, like how they experienced it, like how they had to run away, like sneak out of the country because we couldn't leave. So they sneak out like because they sneak out at every morning they slept and every night they walked, so like they had like irregular sleeping timing and they were sick, and also like since my grandma was kind of like higher placed Tibetan peoples, she also had some followers, but of course like they're not going to follow her because now she's going to a different place and they have no value for her, so all of that kind of fall apart. But we had like this Tibetan community which has like alphabets, A village, B village, and we lived in I, and there was total of like A through V. I don't know how many that is, but yeah, so we kind of like settled there. I kind of felt like I felt like I'm not gonna fit in, like, cause every one of them there was like no Asian there. Actually, there was no Asian people there, so I couldn't like be there to like get to know people. I thought I was just gonna be like alone, but then I found friends because like teachers like intentionally let us sit together and share a locker and all that stuff. So those people has to be around me for those reasons. So I kind of got to know them that way. The teacher asked about like, oh, you know, like the 3 branches of government, and I was like, what is that? And I didn't really know what they were talking about, and the teacher was like, oh, you learned that in 5th grade, and like you should learn these stuff. And I was so confused about what they were talking about, but then I didn't ask questions because I didn't want to look dumb. Know that you should ask questions. And then also I kind of like self-taught how to do those stuff, like even though asking other peers, but then I kind of found that it was not the right thing to do, and I have to ask the teacher because they know more than the peers. I feel like, oh, now I don't know this stuff, so I might be stupid. But then like if a teacher is referencing something and then you don't know, but you know what the topic or like the subject is about, I feel like you should kind of like connect the dot as best as you can and like try your best at it. But like it made me feel really bad in a way, like I don't really get this, so I might fail.
And what about feeling connected to your class? How important is that to you?
It's really important because like when I get in a group, I can't really talk to them and keep the conversation going because I don't know them, and like they don't know me, and like it's just like really quiet in a group if I do work in a group.
Mm-hmm.
And like when teacher says like, okay, get in a group, like I'm like, okay, and I don't know any people, and like what am I supposed to do? And like unless like other student says, oh, do you want to get in a group?
Mm-hmm.
And like there's not a lot of person who says that because they already have their friends groups and they just go to theirs and not like involve others.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's just so sad to think like people would actually not involve other people.
When you walked into this class today and when you walked in a couple days ago, you were really down.
Yeah.
What's at the heart of that?
It's probably because like I couldn't get to know more people than right now what I know. Like mostly other classes, they're big and I don't know much people. The old school teachers because that's how I've been taught through my elementary, and I feel like that's how you kind of teachers mold you into it. So I am like better off in like those old school stuff because then I know like how far I can push myself. I like to be challenged because then I know my like limits and like how far I can push myself into like further, I can learn more stuff.